welcome back to Harry Shoots People. Today we're heading out to London to do a shoot of Maya's costumes for our friend Thea's show Shambles. We shot Maya's costume before, but I never made a video about that, so you can see the pictures here and they came out pretty cool. But yeah, we're on our way down to London now. Pretty excited. Got the RB67, got some portrait. Let's go. So, like I just said, we were heading down to London to shoot some promotional images for Thea's show Shambles. I decided to go with the RB67 here and shoot primarily on the medium format, as I just wanted larger images but more considered images. And with the extra level of detail from the 120 negatives, it would work out in our favour. I also decided to go with Portrait 400 for this and brought 3 rolls of medium format for it, and I had a roll of Kodak Gold 200 in 35mm that I loaded into the G1. Those were for like behind the scenes sort of pictures and where we got to use that flash as well. Anyway, we ducked into a pub to sort of sort out all the costumes and get everyone ready, and things were looking really great.
That worked so well. Oh wow. That looks gorgeous. Oh wow. This is so good. The red background. It's actually too nice. Yours look really cool. Yeah.
Because of the show's plot essentially following a dog and a duck on a walk, we decided to shoot in sort of a natural environment. We wanted a park and we also wanted like a big pond for reasons which will become clear later. So we found this park down in London that seemed to be pretty much perfect. So we headed over across the way there and decided to start shooting.
Where are your water shoes? Do you have your water shoes? Yeah. I've got yellow Crocs.
Okay, so these first shots ended up coming out really great. I'm really happy with these. We decided to sort of start off by doing these full body portrait images of both of the costumes and then move into sort of solo shots. The lighting on the day was a little bit difficult and it was quite overcast, so metering for an even image was proving quite difficult. It wasn't as bad for the duck costume because of the sort of darker elements of it. It could stand out against the background, but I was having a really tricky time metering for the dog costume as that was lighter and sort of the edges of especially the wig ended up being lost in sort of the sky, which was a little bit disappointing, but with some editing I sort of brought it back a little bit. I really like this image where you get to see the two characters interacting. I think it works really well as like a double image essentially, and it came out quite nice and looks balanced. I think it also worked well to see how the characters interact, sort of get a glimpse into that from the images. And after loading up a second roll, we decided to shoot more of those sort of double images, which ended up coming out really nice. We wanted to do a close-up, so I decided to adopt the classic upside down reverse waist level viewfinder pose, which will not affect my neck or back in any way in the future at all. But it was definitely worth it. These images came out really great, and I think it shows how a wider lens can be used here to create that sort of fisheye bevel effect to the image. At this point, we'd sort of exhausted all of our compositions on this side of the pond, so we headed over to the other side where there was a short wooden jetty that we could use to sort of get a different look to the images. Unfortunately, these images against the backdrop of the sky didn't really end up coming out exactly how we envisioned, which was slightly disappointing. Entirely my fault. There just wasn't enough light on the subject to sort of separate and light it as brightly against the backdrop. So it's metered really badly for, and it's sort of like a foot of being bad metering in both camps. Like the subject is too dimly lit, the background is too bright. So that was a shame. But this is where using the G1 with the flash ended up being a really useful choice, because we ended up being able to have those images with a sort of fill flash, which obviously the quality isn't as high on 35mm, but it's still nice to have those images and have them be clear.
Yeah, that pose is good.
I can't do much facial expressions.
That's okay. 3, 2, 1.
Nice. You go a little bit more central on the
Yeah. And George, maybe you go, yeah, legs down for you. And give wide-eyed, worried glare.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
So at this point, I'd loaded up the third and final roll of portrait into the medium format, and we decided we wanted to do some more solo shots, but this time against a greener backdrop. So we found this sort of patch of grass, and we decided that for both of the costumes we wanted to do one standing and one posed portrait of each of them.
Oh my god! That's so good! That's so good. Fantastic. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
It. That's it.
Oh my god, it's crazy how.
And now it was time for the big finale, something that we waited all day and all shoot to do, which was to have the models step into the lake and actually take pictures with them submerged. And they ended up coming out really, really cool. As these were the last couple of shots of the day, we were a bit pressed for time here and naturally didn't want the models standing in the February water for too long, so we just got them in there and fired off as many shots as we possibly could in that short amount of time, and they still came out really cool, which was nice. I'm a really, really big fan of these and how they ended up coming out. They're so fun and really nice to tie it once again back into sort of the play's plot. I think my favourites from the water ones is the two double shots. It's really nice to have the models posing together and getting to see them in relation to one another. I was also shooting the rest of the roll on the G1 here, so it was nice to have some more naturally lit ones and some with the flash. Especially this particular image, which just came out really, really nice and was actually shot by Maya, so shout out to Maya for that one. And with that last image shot and the models dry, that was a wrap. So guys, shoot is done, went very, very well, fingers crossed. Shot all 3 rolls of portrait and pretty much all of the gold on the G1. Now we're going to meet up with the homie Chili, see what he's saying. Brixton Bully!
But yeah, but I just don't. I wish I had a camera. Never happened to do that.
Okay, so all in all, really, really happy with this shoot. It came out so good. It was really nice to get to go down and sort of make a day of it and to do something a little bit more high concept and a little bit more prepared and planned and thought out than what I'm used to doing. It was really nice to do that and have the results come out so nice as well. Definitely need to invest in a light meter and need to think about composing a bit more as I'm doing it, but lesson learned. Massive shout out to Thea for putting the show on. I'll have the Instagram on the screen now and in the description below. Also shout out to Maya for making such wonderful costumes, and a third and final shout out to both George and Elise for being such wonderful models. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please let me know which was your favourite shot in the comments below, and if you like this video, drop it a like. If you'd like to see more of my photography, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.